Little girl said, "Free my dad, and I'll make you walk again." Everyone laughed, until the miracle. The air in courtroom 3 was thick with tension. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, casting a sterile glow over rows of stern faces. At the defendant's table sat Daniel Rez, a quiet mechanic with calloused hands and tired eyes, wrongly accused of a crime he didn't commit. Across from him, seated high on the wheelchair, was Judge Eleanor Whitmore, a formidable woman known for her ironclad rulings and sharp intellect. But today, something was different. Today, a 6-year-old girl in a faded pink dress would change everything. Her name was Lily. She'd been sitting in the front row beside her grandmother, clutching a worn stuffed rabbit named Mr. Buttons. Her eyes, wide and glistening with unshed tears, never left her father. When the prosecutor finished his closing argument, twisting facts, painting Daniel as a thief, Lily couldn't stay silent any longer. Before anyone could stop her, she darted from her seat, her tiny shoes slapping against the polished floor. Gasps rippled through the courtroom. Bailiffs moved to intercept, but Judge Whitmore raised her hand. Let her speak. Lily stood before the bench, trembling but resolute. She looked up at the judge, not with fear, but with a strange, unwavering certainty. Her voice, though soft, carried through the silent room like a bell. "Please, ma'am, free my daddy. He didn't do it. And if you do, I'll make you walk again." A stunned silence followed. Then someone snorted. A chuckle broke out. Soon the entire courtroom was laughing, some nervously, others cruelly. After all, Judge Whitmore had been in a wheelchair for 12 years, ever since a car accident left her paralyzed from the waist down. Doctors had said she'd never walk again. Hope had long since left that part of her life. But Lily didn't flinch. She simply reached into her pocket and pulled out a small crumpled piece of paper, a drawing she'd made the night before. It showed a stick figure man, her dad, a stick figure girl, herself, and a woman standing tall, smiling, with sunbeams all around. "I prayed real hard," Lily whispered, holding the drawing up. "God said he'd help if I believed." Judge Whitmore's expression softened, though her voice remained measured. "Child, I appreciate your heart, but miracles, they don't happen in courtrooms." Lily nodded slowly, then did something no one expected. She stepped closer, placed her small hand on the judge's knee, and closed her eyes. Then, "I'll believe for both of us." The room fell utterly silent. And then it happened. A gasp, a rustle, the scrape of metal. Judge Whitmore's eyes widened as a strange warmth flooded her legs, a sensation she hadn't felt in over a decade. Her fingers gripped the arms of her wheelchair. With a strength she didn't know she had, she pushed herself up. One foot touched the floor, then the other. She stood. Tears streamed down her face as she took a shaky step forward, then another. The courtroom erupted, people cried, bailiffs froze, reporters dropped their pens. Daniel collapsed into sobs, whispering, "My baby, my miracle." Judge Whitmore walked, slowly, unsteadily, but undeniably, around the bench and knelt before Lily. She wrapped her arms around the little girl, her voice breaking. You did this." "No," Lily whispered back, smiling through her tears. "Love did." In that moment, justice wasn't just served, it was transformed. Judge Whitmore dismissed the charges against Daniel, citing lack of credible evidence and overwhelming proof of his character. But more than that, she issued a new kind of ruling, one born not from law books, but from a heart reopened by faith. Later, outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed. "Was it a miracle?" they shouted. Judge Whitmore, now leaning on a cane but standing tall, looked at Lily holding her father's hand and said simply, "Call it what you will. But I know this. Sometimes the purest truth comes from the smallest voices." The story spread like wildfire. Videos of the courtroom moment went viral. Medical experts were baffled. There was no clinical explanation for the judge's sudden mobility. Some called it psychosomatic, others divine. But those who were there knew better. They'd felt it. The shift in the air, the crackle of something sacred breaking through the ordinary. In a world hardened by cynicism, a 6-year-old girl had reminded everyone that hope isn't naive, faith isn't foolish, and love is the most powerful force on earth. Daniel got his life back. He opened a small auto shop with the help of community donations, naming it Lily's Garage. Judge Whitmore, now leaning on a cane but standing tall, became an advocate for restorative justice and children's voices in the legal system. And Lily? She still carries Mr. Buttons everywhere. But now she also carries a quiet knowing that even when the world laughs, miracles are never far away, especially when someone dares to believe. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. Because in a world that often forgets wonder, we all need a little reminder that miracles still happen. Thanks for watching.